Yes, Your Honor, I make a similar application on the basis that the same parties that appeared in the other charge sheet are the same ones that are here today, so the same terms should abide.
Your Honor, we do not have any objection to retaining the previous bail term conditions. However, I also need to bring it to the court that the disclosure that has already been done in this matter relates to the charges that have just been read. That is this number 31 of 2019. It's saying that the disclosure that has already been done is in respect of the new charge sheet, not the old charge sheet. That was an issue that was being raised before we took the break. Save for the witness statements, and the reason the witness statements have not been served, Your Honor, is in view of High Court Miscellaneous number 1 of 2020. That is dated, or rather issued, on the 14th of January 2020. In view of the miscellaneous, High Court Miscellaneous application number 1, orders in High Court Miscellaneous application number 1 of 2020, where orders were issued on the 14th of January 2020, and Your Honor, the orders, in a nutshell, the orders that were issued in that High Court matter were for protection of the witnesses by way of redacting their statements, and orders, Your Honor, were also issued for the said protected witnesses to testify in a closed session the original order of the court. The original order of the court is the one that was that has already been handed or filed in ACC number 32 of 2019. It's the same order. And we shall be asking the court to adopt that order, and thereafter we take directions on the manner of disclosure for the witness statements. And that is all. And I'm also informed, Your Honor, that the second accused The second accused, that is Frederick Odhiambo, trading as Giro Enterprises, is, despite been served with a letter to collect his documents, the documents are yet to be collected. They are not yet collected, but the documents are ready for his collection, but the other parties have collected their documents. He said you can collect after this. You can collect after this.
I can just confirm that we were served with the letter asking us to go and pick the documents just yesterday. However, by that time, all my staffs had gone out for letters of assignment, so we are not able to do that. And we picked the same. I think it was served on us around midday. Midday, yes. Yes. So we are not able to go and pick. So we shall make arrangements to go and pick.
Yes. Yes. Just one issue on the witness statements. Can the court kindly direct that they give us a timeline as to when they'll serve the witness statements for number 31, because we don't have them yet? The witness statements. Correct. Because in the earlier matter they had indicated a timeline, I think, of Monday. I think that's it, 10 o'clock. So can the same apply here? So at least we know we're able to get them by Monday, 10 o'clock. And then just one final issue. On the issue of the court order that they're referring to, the objections that were raised in the earlier matter in relation to this court order of the High Court, we wish to raise the same issue again in terms of we need to be given time to respond to that application. In any event, if they should file either a formal application or we be given time to respond to this issue in relation to the order that they're seeking to have confirmed before you. Because this is really an ambush. We only got it this morning. Yes, Your Honor. Correct, Your Honor. Fair enough. Then in that case, then perhaps you should not make any orders in relation to this like you did in the other matter. You didn't make any orders in relation to this. So perhaps... Fair enough. But you made no order in relation to it in the other matter? Fair enough. I'm satisfied with that. Yes, we were served this morning with it. We have it now, a copy of it. Yeah, we are yet to verify we are yet to look at the court file, but they served it this morning. Correct. Fair enough. I'm properly guided, Your Honor. That's fine.
Your Honor, we are amenable to serving them with the statements, redacted statements, on Monday from 10 a.m. And for the record, the inventory has already been... Monday is 24th from 10 a.m. in the morning. From ESCC offices. Investigating officer, ESCC. Integrity Center. From the investigating officer, Mr. Idris. Idris is present in court. Garani. Yes.
Where will they find you? Second floor. Forensic section.
And I just needed to mention that we have already filed the inventory. Yes. Right now, I think it has just been given right now. I think that would be it.
No, no, with your kind permission. All right.
Payment vouchers. Number. Mr. Kihara, have you looked at the inventory? What does that mean?
The supporting documents.
Yes.
The supporting documents for voucher number 19165. Maybe we should have broken it down specifically, but these are supporting documents. There are several documents.
How do I know how many they are and what they are?
They have page the page numbers. If you look at the second column, 466 pages.
How do I know which page has what? You can't answer because you didn't prepare it. Who prepared it?
True, I never prepared it.
Who prepared it? Upper everybody speaks. Who prepared this? You did. What does that mean?
Your Honor, the payment
I don't know.
I'm informing you, Your Honor, that the payment voucher comes as one document with all its attachments. So it cannot be removed as separate documents. That's why we paginated from page 1 to 466 as one document.
How do I know which document in the payment voucher is at what page?
Because it's paginated.
How do I know? Not because. How do I know sitting here?
It's hard to know, Your Honor.
It's hard to know.
Yes, but you know.
And why are you doing this?
Put in
I have given an order on pre-trial, a specific order, that documents should be disclosed singularly. And why are you doing this? I will not allow you to fail me. Unasikia?
Yes.
I will not. You've got to go back to the drawing board. And I will not blame the prosecutors here,
Yes.
because you are the owners of the file.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
We stand directly. Your Honor.
But I've given an order, it's in the public domain, it was never appealed. It's even published through a ruling. You didn't bother to go through it. That is one. That is one. Just sit down.
Aye.
Look at B13. Bank account opening documents for account number, that one, in the name of Euro Enterprises. You have said it's 10 pages. What is 10 pages?
The whole account opening document as one document.
How do I know it's not one document, but you know you should take these matters seriously. You should take these matters very seriously. Yes. Why are you doing this? I don't know what to tell you. Just sit down.
I wanted to point out.
No, Mr. Kinyanjui, this is my turn now. Let me finish.
Thank you.
I will invite you to make observations.
Much obliged.
Yes. Mr. Kihara, I want you to be in charge of this process. And unfortunately, when I do these things, some of you go and say the court is taking over the functions of the DPP. But once a matter is here, this you can take to the bank. I have the whip. Yeah? So you and I know that. So I will make sure that justice is delivered in the proper manner. Now, Just take, because I've noted all the items that do not comply with my order. If you don't have the pre-trial order that I made, I think you can contact Salat, he'll get you a copy. So look at B13, B14, B17, B19, B21, B23, B25, B27. Now, when you say cash deposit slips and then say 1, is it a matter of
That's a typo. It's supposed to be cash deposit
slip? Yeah? 1.
Cash is 1 million. That is one document.
Now, the word slips appears down there. So you should,
It's a typo, right?
yes, you should amend that accordingly. B51, B52, B53, B54, B55, 56, 57, yeah. So before I conclude this file, any observations? Ms. Atkunda, you...
Yes, Your Honor, I had a kind request, a similar one that we had made in SEC 32 earlier, that since the prosecution is supplying us with further documents, they could supply us with a copy of the investigation diary as well.
For your own consumption.
No, Your Honor, it's very important to make this.
I've said for your own consumption. I mean, you are the counsel in this case. Yes. Further state documents. You are done, eh?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, DPP, do you have a problem with that? The investigation diary?
Your Honor, the diary has names of witnesses and other details, and by virtue of the High Court decision, that would require directors to
So it has names of witnesses? Names of witnesses and what? It has names of witnesses.
It has names of witnesses.
And?
Names of witnesses
Uh-huh.
and other details which we would want redacted.
Ms. Atkunda?
And I know the practice before this court,
Yes.
the issues of disclosure.
Yes.
Earlier we looked at Article 50 of the Constitution, where we were guided that an accused person must be presented with all the evidence against them.
No, that one I will ensure that.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm just on the issue of reduction, the names, because I think it may be having a bearing. They already have an order. Would you have a problem with that?
Your Honor, that order was specific to witness statements. You never mentioned the investigation diary.
That is all from council. Now, these cases are interrelated. Even without looking at the content, the parties are the same. So I don't intend that parties appear at different dates, maybe till it matures for hearing. Yeah. So I want to make an order that the final one is that you people appear on 26th, just like the other one. Who has a contrary opinion? Which I will overrule anyway. Eh? Now, today is 18th. Mr. Kihara, are you serving any fresh documents?
I'm told for the 3 cases, there will be some examination reports, but they have annexed to them the signatures, and those are the ones which will be pending.
Yes, by when?
Simply Monday 10 a.m. in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So this is my order number 1. The earlier bail terms for each of the accused to apply mutatis mutandis in this particular scenario. Number 2, the DPP stroke investigations agency, and listen very carefully, because next time you don't do what I want, I will summon the CEOs here. Yeah? Mr. Idris, get that from me. DPP stroke investigations agency to prepare a new inventory, itemizing each and every document intended to be relied on singularly. You know, when you say vouchers, and we know vouchers have the requisition, they have the payment, they have the whatever. Itemize those documents singularly. If you don't understand, please ask. The inventory to contain an index of documents contained therein. This is not enough. Yeah? Who does not understand what an index is? We should explain here and now. People from the ESCC, you understand an index? Yes?
Yes, we do that.
I will make things easier for you. Then the inventory to be paginated properly. And I've just added that it should have a list of contents. Just on the face of it, you should know what appears where. If you don't know why I'm saying this, ask me now. I have tended to duplicate the issue of reduction of statements. They should be supplied by the DPP investigating agency. However, I'll come back to that. On the issue of High Court Miscellaneous number 1 of 2020, where there have been presentations, this court is bound by the hierarchy of courts unless a finding setting it aside is presented before the court. I think that is the law. So the issue of saying that you will argue that application before me, I will not entertain. You have time to approach the High Court and have it set aside. Now, the DPP / investigative agency to supply any fresh documents, including the diary, by close of business 24th February 2020. Yeah? As from 10 a.m., from Integrity Center, from the IO Mr. Idris Karani, second floor, forensic section. Yeah?
Idris Garani.
Garane.
Yes.
We are used to Karani, you know. So it's Garane, G-A. Garane. Just cancel and write it up. Second floor, forensic section, and also exchange a fresh inventory as per paragraphs 2, 3, 4, and 5. What have I left out? Nothing. Yeah, it still stands.
Jill, is the last part of the order that I didn't get.
Which one?
It's the last one.
This one of the DPP / investigative agency to supply any fresh documents. Yes? Including the diary by close of business 24th February 2020. As from 10 a.m. from Integrity Center, from the IO Mr. Idris Garane, second floor, forensic section, and also exchange a fresh inventory. As per paragraphs 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me add something so that the defense will not come and say they are not bound by the order, and the defense to collect the same.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah? So should they come in trucks? I was told they are cartons. Can they come walking or they come by a vessel?
No, just come by walk.
To carry 2 cartons.
But we did already supply the initial documents. We will supply supplying the remaining documents on 24th. They already took the first batch.
Mm-hmm.
So the remaining ones will not be bulky as the first.
But for, you've got to go with a vehicle there, because you have not collected.
No, they have already.
Or they have?
Yeah.
Compliance 26th. Good. What is this?
You're not probably need a clarification to just
Yes.
confirming the same. There are several issues you've given in your program. But one of which you notice that the issue of pagination of the documents.
Yes.
But I hear Mr. Galan is saying that because we already picked, then he'll be supplying the other documents that are remaining. Our reading of that order is that it applies to all documents that will be supplied that will be paginated in the manner that you have ordered. So I do think that we're going to be supplied, in my understanding of the order, in our understanding, we're going to be supplied fresh documents complying with what you have said. So that
I said any fresh. I didn't say all documents.
and because of that, Yona, now thanks for that clarification.
Yes.
The issue we had, which my colleague Mr. Miller raised, is that those documents are jumbled up, the ones that were given. They are not paginated and are not in any particular order whatsoever. The same thing your order is queuing the subsequent documents.
Yeah. You have them here? Did you carry them, Mr.
No, actually, I sent for it.
Okay.
It's not. I don't have it.
You know, the law in Kenya is very unfair because it does not allow the courts to even to look at the documents. Huh? That is why I'm insisting on a very clear inventory. I wish I would have seen them. But just finish.
Yes, so what we are saying is those documents as was applied, I think that's the same complaint Mr. Miller had and Mr. Yamori. They are jumbled up so that, yes, you directed on how the rest of the documents will be supplied, which is very good, because then the order will help the defense in discerning the accuracy of the documentation and it speeds up things. The ones that were given do not comply to the order you just given. And therefore, we would be asking the owner that you preserve the same comfort with the antecedent service that we had, which means that we then need the compliance to be universal to all the documents. And we can return the documents to them. They can do it for us, then we can fix them. We have no problem returning the documents to them.
Your Honor, that is tantamount to asking Your Honor to review the order which you have already made, because you have made another any new documents. But now he's saying that he wants us to go backwards, because when they pick the documents, they verify that each and every document was there, and they signed for it. Now, saying that they want to return the documents, that is now going to be this trial, because we have to go back to the whole process.
What do you suggest?
My suggestion would be, Your Honor.
Let him finish.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I thought
Just preserve.
I'm sorry.
Let him finish.
I'm sorry.
Now that they already have those documents, and I'm just going by the order that you have made,
Yeah.
and they have verified, signed for each and every document. If at all there's a document they feel that is not clear, or he says it's jumbled up, that he can ask and we can check for him, but during pre-trial. But for now, the documents have been signed. And the only reason is because you say that we need the new inventory, we need to paginate it. That's why they say that, they want to return the documents. Now the documents have been received.
What do you suggest? What do you suggest? If at all they are not paginated well, they are not indexed well, you can't refer to it instantly. What do you suggest?
told each one of them have pages. That's why I'm saying that unless we don't, unfortunately, we don't have the bundle here. But I'm told each document was paginated, and the iOS here is counted like that. I don't know which page is the same.
Mr. Kihara, which documents were paginated? I've already pointed out the insufficiencies of the inventory. So which are these documents that have been paginated as against the index?
The only thing is that you see, like your honor, like
Let's do this,
Yes.
because in my mind I know what the court will rely on. Mr. Garane, stand up. I don't wish to demean you. When did you clear campus? When did you clear campus? 2014. There's a paper called Research Methodology. Yes. It gives you a sequence of how documents should be arranged. Yes. 2014 is just the other day. Some of us finished over 20 years ago. Yeah? When that paper was not there, in fact. Mr. Rio, did you do that? You are within. Yes. Miller didn't do it. I'm aware about. Keith may have done it.
I've done it twice.
Yes. So that is the sequence. Because the courts are not allowed to look at the evidence before the hearing, and we don't want to get into that arena. All that the court needs to have is a properly organized inventory such that when a document is disputed, yeah, the prosecution will be able to say that we supplied, this is the inventory, look at this index, look at this page, period. Yeah? So what you are going to do, I don't need to write that, but I'm sure it's being captured, you can't run away. What you are going to do is you are going to prepare a fresh inventory in terms of this order and my earlier order on inventories. It's there, and I ordered that one to be served on the ESCC. I'm sure I did that. Prepare one booklet. Yeah? Yes. That will guide all of them here. Yeah? And I'm just thinking of isolating a day so that both of you can compare those documents. What do you think?
Your Honor has captured what I was about to say.
Yes, yes. Can you isolate a date before 26th? I mean, this is clerical, really. We should not be doing it. But because that is the law as per now, we just have to sit through this process.
We're trying to say 23 at 11. It seems like it would be concerned.
Yeah, Mr. Kithi, you are suggesting which date?
I'm proposing 25th of February at 11.
Yes.
At 11.
AM, PM.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mr. Kihara,
Yes, that is in order. You can meet at this.
At ESSC office.
integrity. Integrity,
Integrity Center.
yes, Mr. Garane, you have a boardroom.
Yes, we do. We do, Your Honor.
Boardroom, it's on what floor?
That floor.
That floor? Yeah, I have had it.
But
So-
we confirm the booking to them prior.
Yeah? Yes?
But for now, we can write that floor. Yeah, so assuming that the boardroom-
You know, once I make an order, it's a court order. If there were prior arrangements, this court order will supersede those arrangements.
Well guided.
In criminal cases, the liberty of individuals supersedes any other. Yes?
Yeah, but I was just saying that I need to confirm whether on that day the boardroom is available.
That is up to you. It's already on record.
Okay.
Third floor. Who will be in charge of that boardroom? Between you two, who is senior?
Simon Chao.
Your Honor, we are not in control of the boardroom. That's why we are saying we will communicate with the exact boardroom.
Hiyo ni mambo yenu sasa.
Yes.
This is a court process that is not subject to any other processes outside there.
That's fine. That's fine.
So you'll organize.
Yes, ma'am.
You said Simon?
Simon
Che-
Chep.
Chepka. Yeah, Mr. Kihara, I've heard you can serve them tea on that. Hmm? Now, after consultations, the parties are required to meet for a pre-trial conference on the 25th of February 2020 at, we said, 11 a.m. 11 a.m. at Integrity Center Boardroom, 3rd floor, to be organized by Simon Chepka of the EACC. On the pre-trial date, hearing dates will be guided by the available judicial time. I wish you all the best. Oh, didn't you hear? I said on the pre-trial is 26th. Yes.
Your Honor, before you retire,
Yes.
we had a kind request.
I'm not retiring. I think there is one more file.
Oh,
Yes.
I can go ahead, or maybe wait.